Trying to win points makes you disappear. There is only one goal, to be unforgettable. Not by pleasing her, but by owning a single feeling, the fear of loss. Hey everyone, I'm Y Psychology. If you're here, chances are you're tired of the frustration that comes with being an average guy. You know where endless compliments, material gifts, and constant validation seeking get you, forgotten. Centuries ago, Machiavelli wrote, "The prince, not just for kings, but for anyone seeking access to the darkest and most effective secrets of human psychology." This video isn't a dating trick. This is a 9-step psychological blueprint for how to build emotional gravity and become an unresolved question in a woman's mind. Once you internalize these 9 frameworks, you will no longer be the one chasing, you will become the one being pursued. Ready? Then like this video right now and focus completely on this dark psychology. 1. The core law, cultivating the fear of loss. Machiavelli's lesson, being loved creates comfort. Comfort kills respect. Love is easily taken for granted, but the fear of loss demands constant attention. The average man sacrifices himself by constantly giving love. His value becomes background noise. Deep psychology, the human brain processes loss as a far more potent emotion than gain, loss aversion theory. If you're always there, her brain stops coding you as a gain. But when your absence is threatened, your value instantly skyrockets. Application step, setting boundaries. When a boundary is violated, you don't have the luxury of an emotional reaction. Don't argue, don't curse. Simply respond with silence and action. Scenario example, she shows up 20 minutes late to your date with a casual excuse? Apologize not for the delay, but for having to change your plans. Reduce your calling frequency by 50% the next day. Nonverbal communication, my time is valuable. If I am disrespected, I withdraw my presence. This doesn't make you cruel, it makes you a man with a spine. And a spine is the guarantee of respect. 2. Managing the image, perception over reality, the frame of certainty. Machiavelli's lesson, the world buys the perception you present, not your actual truth. You must convince yourself of your worth, so the world is convinced, too. Deep psychology, attraction doesn't start with logic. It starts with the energy a man emits, posture, tone, eye contact. A woman doesn't care what you are, but how she feels when she is around you. Application step, eye contact and posture. Even when you feel most insecure, hold eye contact longer than necessary. Breaking eye contact broadcasts a need for approval. Holding it shows you are observing and unaudited. Put your shoulders back, filling your body with secure energy. Slow down your voice. A man who speaks fast is a man who is chasing something. A man who speaks slowly is a man who owns the time. 3. The fusion of lion and fox, how to pass tests, strength in stillness. Machiavelli's lesson, a leader must display both brute force, lion, and intelligence, fox. Only the balance of both creates unpredictable power. Deep psychology, women test because they are searching for leadership. They need to see if you can remain calm under pressure. If you explode during a test, a sudden cold shoulder or a subtle jab, you show you lost control, lion. If you whine or apologize, weak fox, you show you have no spine. Application step, the non-reaction rule. When confronted with a test, create a 3-second pause in your mind. Enter the fox role, take a slow breath. Refuse to fall into the emotional trap. Then enter the lion role, refuse the obligation to respond. Simply say, I don't feel the need to discuss that, and smoothly change the topic. This shows that you set the rules of the game. 4. Divide and conquer, the seed of doubt. Machiavelli's lesson, to control someone, you must create a division within their inner world. Deep psychology, people get bored with certainty. The greatest curiosity and interest are sparked by questioning one's own belief system. The average man agrees. You, however, plant a small seed of doubt. Application step: challenging ideas. Don't fight her strong belief. Just question the absoluteness of that belief. When she says, marriage is essential, you might calmly say, perhaps you just prefer the comfort of believing all marriage stories follow one path. This isn't a crude argument, it's a psychological provocation. When she goes home, she won't be arguing with you, she'll be arguing with herself. You've become the internal opposition in her mind. 5. Conditioned reward, the casino effect. Machiavelli's lesson: inflict injuries quickly and all at once, give benefits slowly and little by little. This way, the pain is absorbed, and pleasure is anticipated. Deep psychology: the variable ratio schedule is the strongest addiction mechanism in learning psychology. Just like gambling, not knowing when the next reward is coming forces the repetition of the action. Application step: discipline. 1. The punishment: withdrawal. Was a boundary violated? Withdraw instantly and emotionlessly. Be busy for 24 hours without a formal reason. The answer is, I'm tied up, we can talk later. Never explain what you are doing. 2. The reward: scarcity. Stop giving constant compliments. Only when something she does, e.g., the respect she shows you, genuinely creates impact, give a rare reward. Say, I really appreciate that, and immediately change the subject. This makes her feel that her good behavior is noticed, but not guaranteed. Six. The power of the observer, naming the mask. Machiavelli's lesson: everyone talks about what they see. No one talks about what they haven't seen. Deep psychology: people crave to be understood more than they crave to be admired. Other men praise her beauty or her outfit, the surface. You, however, see her system. This creates a trauma in the mind, a combination of shock and admiration. Application step: observation with 0. Emotion. Watch her deeply. When does she tense up? When does she act? Then, in a moment of silence, with 0 emotion, deliver one line: you are afraid to appear as you are. Or, you make everyone laugh, but your eyes are tired. No compliment, no judgment. Just observation. This will impact her profoundly and keep the question, what else is he seeing, constantly present in her mind. 7. Control through absence, the void mechanism, controlled absence. Machiavelli's lesson: the value of your presence is measured by the void your absence creates. Deep psychology: the human mind constantly remembers unfinished tasks, the Zeigarnik effect. When you disappear, her mind codes you as an unresolved file. This is a psychological loop that forces her to constantly think of you. Application step: timing the retreat. Withdraw at the peak of engagement. Are you having a great conversation? End it on a high note: that was great, but I have to go/work. Talk later. Never disappear after an argument. That looks like sulking. Disappearing at the best moment keeps the desire at its peak. Your absence magnifies you in her mind. Eight. Become the turning point of her story. Machiavelli's lesson: to be unforgettable, you must be not just a figure, but an event. Deep psychology: people don't remember events, they remember how events changed them. When you create a turning point in her life, she can never forget you. Application step: structural change. Shake her old beliefs and behavioral patterns. Perhaps you told her, your biggest problem is that you try too hard to prove yourself, and then set your boundary and walked away. She becomes fixated not on the you of that moment, but on the version of herself that was born after you. You have drawn a line in her personal history, before him and after him. 9. The final framework: emotional sovereignty. Machiavelli's lesson: a prince must first rule his own emotions. Deep psychology: if you want to control another person, you must control your emotional state. If your emotional state depends on her behavior, she controls you. Your goal is to be emotionally inaccessible. Application step: emotional independence. Her praise should not make you sore, and her criticism should not crush you. You must derive your emotional balance only from your own standards. When she treats you well, act normally. When she treats you badly, act normally but create distance. This whispers to her, I am independent of what you make me feel. I am the one who desires you, you are not the one I need. This makes you the desired sovereign. My friend, these 9 frameworks give you a map of emotional power. This isn't about being funny, begging, or buying gifts. This is about building psychological gravity. Now you know. Are you the average guy who will use this information merely for entertainment, or are you a sovereign ready to transform his life? If the answer is the latter, prove it right now. Like this video immediately. In the comments, write the single word that defines which framework resonated most with you, framework. And most importantly, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next analysis. Because in the next video, I'll show you how to apply this power to your career and social circle. Control is now in your hands.